Hello, welcome back to Golden News. Here is breaking news from Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition plunged into chaos on Monday, after mass overnight protests over the sacking of his defense chief piled pressure on the government to halt its bitterly contested plans to overhaul the judiciary. Amid reports his nationalist religious coalition risked breaking apart, Israel faced one of the biggest waves of industrial action seen in years after the Histadrut Union called for a general strike. Netanyahu had been expected to make a televised statement on Monday morning announcing the plans, which he says are needed to restore balance to the system of government but that critics see as a threat to democracy, had been suspended. The statement was postponed, however, as Netanyahu met heads of the coalition parties. Justice Minister Yariv Levin, who has been leading the process, said that as a member of the ruling Likud party he would respect whatever decision Netanyahu reached. A situation in which everyone does as they wish is liable to bring about the instant fall of the government and collapse of Likud, he said in a statement. As lawmakers met in parliament, tens of thousands of protesters returned to the streets in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, meanwhile, many waving the blue and white Israeli flags that have become an emblem of the protests. However, supporters of the overhaul were also mobilizing with a counter-demonstration planned later in front of the Knesset, and expected to include football supporters groups such as La Familia, an ultra group associated with the Beitar Jerusalem club. With fears of violence fueled by social media posts calling for attacks on left-wing Israelis, police numbers were reinforced to handle possible trouble. In a tweet, Netanyahu appealed to supporters on both sides to avoid violence.